makeover, made my whole city look good. I gave this V shit a makeover.
What's going on YouTube? It's the boy Kev, and today we're gonna watch a little video which includes, I guess, politicians and a working class man. We're gonna see, what this is talking about, and if you know me personally, you know how I feel about this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's a very controversial, topic, but it's one topic that needs to be, understood. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, with that being said, 500 subs, I'm doing a cash giveaway, so do not miss out on that. And yeah, we're gonna see what I guess this is Britain, by the way. It's not the US. So it could be totally different. But we're gonna see what they're talking about, and let's see, what this man says. 'Cause I believe they brought this man to the news station and got his personal opinions. But we're gonna see what's happening. I haven't watched it yet, so let's see what's happening. That's it. Like, subscribe, and let's get into it. Some days I want to give up, but there's people on benefits depending on me, which I guess he's regarding to EBT, if I'm not mistaken. This may not be the US, so I don't know what it is, where they're at.
So this fella here is called Don Daniels. He's a bricklayer from the UK who works his ass off every day in the freezing cold to earn a living.
So he's in UK.
And he's recently gone viral in the UK for calling out able-bodied people who claim benefits instead of working. Basically just for saying it how it is, saying that they abuse the system and that there's jobs out there but people just choose not to do them because they're lazy fuckers.
Which we can say that about the United States.
Most people in the UK agree with that, apart from the Muppets like this Labour activist who's about to get cooked by Don on live TV.
Makes sense.
You might have heard that the government is now warning young people that they will lose their benefits if they turn down work in a new scheme that's aimed at reducing youth unemployment. This comes after Rachel Reeves asked ordinary people to pay a little bit more, with £26 billion worth of tax rises in her budget.
Someone who was left frustrated by the budget is...
So they want them, the labor force, to pay more in taxes. For what again?
Reeves asked ordinary people to pay a little bit more, with £26 billion worth of tax rises in her budget.
So she's going to get paid more. So she wants the ordinary people, 9-to-5 workers in Britain or in the UK, to pay a little bit more in taxes.
Someone who was left frustrated by the budget is bricklayer Don Daniels. He went on viral on social media with this post, which has the caption. He's standing there in the sleet. Some days I want to give up, but there's people on benefits depending on me. He also posted this video last week as a follow-up.
You people that do not work, are you not embarrassed? Are you not embarrassed that you're walking around streets and everybody knows that you're broke and you don't work and you're relying on benefits to get by? These people should be forced to do 2 days a week, voluntary, litter picking, cleaning graffiti off of walls, anything like that. And if they don't receive a penny.
And good morning.
If I'm not mistaken, that's what the president Trump did with the United States, where you had to go to college or attend some type of school. If I'm not mistaken, I may have to read over again for you to be eligible for it, or work a part-time job, which completely makes sense because no one should be sitting on their ass getting benefits, especially if you see the people who are getting benefits in the United States, obese, broken families. It's running all over the place. So I can understand where he's coming from a working man myself. So I could completely understand where he's coming from. Should there be some more adjustments to it? It's debatable. With the right, with the right actions and plans to a new goal for, because realistically, benefits are supposed to be helping American people or UK people. It's supposed to be benefits. It means to help them. You know what I'm saying? but you have to do something to get this benefit. You should not just be able to get it for free because, again, that's taxpayer funded, if that makes sense.
You've had a lot of praise for it. You've had a lot of abuse as well, haven't you?
That's correct.
Yeah.
A lot of praise, a lot of abuse.
Do you regret doing it?
I don't, not at all.
No.
The people that have come out of the woodwork speaking now because somebody's had a voice and spoke about it is remarkable. It's not just me thinking it, the whole country's thinking the same.
How long had you had this fundamental view that there are too many people who are simply claiming benefits because it's easier than going to work?
Years. I believe everybody's felt the same for absolutely years. It's lazy. Britain in general, they're very lazy people.
Have you ever been on benefits?
I've needed it. I've had a car accident when I was younger and I needed the benefits. That's what it should be for, because I needed it at the time.
What would you say now to somebody who's on benefits who, in your opinion, could actually go to work? What message would you give them?
I just want to motivate them to get to work. The things that you can do by going to work is unbelievable. Holidays, huge holidays to Thailand and Brazil and Australia. You can't do that when you're on benefits. You simply cannot. It's motivation. You can't go and buy a car on finance. You can't buy a house. You can't do a lot of things in life if you're not working. You need to work and contribute to the country. Because I voted Labour. I put my hands up and a lot of people said you're brave to say that you voted Labour, but I voted for him because they promised not to raise any taxes. I know we've had problems with the Conservatives in the past, but this was supposed to be a fresh start and they just lied to get into power, and it's...
Yeah, I mean, look, we all probably agree here that there are people, a section of people in this country that are claiming benefits and they shouldn't be claiming benefits. We know that's there. That is a problem. We need to tackle it. The thing that I want to take up here is why on earth you would talk to Kemi Badenoch and the Tories. They were in for 14 years. This is their mess. I spent 15 years of my life working with young people from poor backgrounds, helping to get them into work. Back when Labour were in government, we had the Future Jobs Fund, we had youth inclusion programmes, we had an apprenticeship programme. The Tories came in...
It's the fact Labour have lied.
No, the Tories came in and they scrapped all of those programmes. We have 1 million young people unemployed. There is no way that is because of us being in for a year and a half. That is a problem that has gone on for years, for over a decade.
But Labour have lied to get into...
They created that problem. And what have we announced? We've announced that we are going to massively fund a Future Jobs Fund now for young people to get them off benefits and get them into work. And we actually are being tough.
Susie, what do you... And I'm sure...
Labour have lied within the first year to get into power, then why should we trust them to lead this country for 10 years? They've lied instantly, straight away.
See, I would not say that we've lied. I would say that we've inherited a massive mess, Tank. But let's be honest, we've got to make it so that work pays. We've got to make it so that people, want to work. And just to say, listen, it is a scar, I would say, on this nation that we are leaving 1 million young people on the scrap heap of life. We're better than that as a country. We want to tap into their potential, and the Tories didn't. But
what do you make of that figure, £71,000?
I believe if these young people wanted to work, they would get out there and they would find work. There's work out there. They just don't want to. They don't want the work, and plus they are being rewarded for sat at home. There's a lot of people, if they go to work, they're better off sat at home, and that is a fact. I'm
sorry, but that's not been my experience. As I say, I spent 15 years of my life working with these young people. I've worked with young people that are desperate for work, and they've not been able to access it. 1 million young people aren't all sitting at home saying, oh, we want to be lazy.
Can I just say something? I get contacted, I employ people, I get contacted by a lot of people, and the first thing they said to me is it cash in hand? And I say to them, oh, no, it's not cash in hand, it's proper job. But I say, right, I can't do it then. So why? Because
Oh, and down goes the water, over goes the water.
I can't do it because I've got benefits, I've got my housing bills to pay, So these people, they don't want the work.
So in their view, work does not pay.
It doesn't pay.
It's better for them to be on benefits than to accept the job that you're offering
For somebody to say to me, is it cash in hand? And then turn around and say, right, I don't want the job.
Yeah.
What does that tell you about the country?
But can I just say something?
Don, I just want to ask you, because Susie says she can't believe that you're even interested in the Conservatives. I mean, the obvious alternative from Susie seems to be you're disillusioned with Labour. She's got criticisms of Conservatives.
Nobody's ever going to vote Labour again. They are finished. They are done. I believe nobody's. Either Reform or Conservative. They are the two, and that is it.
Yeah. Wow. Can I just say, short-term memory here. 10 years of a Conservative government, waiting lists on the NHS went up, sewage in our rivers, like a million young people, unemployed. That is a Tory legacy. We've been in for 1 year, we're turning it around. We're going to transform the country for the better.
We're out of it. Thank you both very much indeed. Thomas,
So
thank
Thank you very much.
Are you thinking of standing for Parliament yourself?
How much are they paying?
But it's not cash in hand.
Sorry about the glass of water.
No problem, no problem.
Look, as his comment says, he's right about everything, including the fact that Labour are finished. Because they didn't just lie about raising taxes, they also lied about the 28 billion a year that they promised to him.
Damn. Labour says it won't be able to spend £28 per year on green investment because tourists crash the economy. So it's literally those promises that were not kept is what I'm seeing. So the biggest downfall with a lot of this shit is that there is work, right? But it's either work that is too hard for them, or they don't want to actually do the work, right? Bad management, bad pay, there's so many things that could go into this topic. It's interesting.
Invest in green projects. They also promised to scrap university tuition fees and they didn't. They said they'll only tax the rich but refused to clearly define what the rich means. So the middle class...
Tax the rich. What does that mean? So an average person... okay, hold on. Rachel reads signals income tax hikes that it could hit millions earnings above £45,000. Sparking fears of major labor manifesto breach. So what people don't realize about the whole tax the rich is that taxing the rich means that let's take, for example, California. Let's take it with New York. You can say tax the rich all you want, but the rich has the money to just up and move. You're losing jobs. You're increasing taxes. You know what I'm saying? So many different things goes against this shit. It just doesn't make sense. Why would you tax the rich? I get that we all pay our taxes. There's loopholes to it. This is why entrepreneurship mindset is deadly, because you can see past a lot of this shit, right? As because you don't want to say let's tax the fuck out of the rich and leave the that ain't gonna help the middleman. That damn sure ain't gonna help the poor, because that tax goes towards something. It's not towards the poor man's pocket. It's one of those. It's one of those topics that's like, it just doesn't make sense to, say tax the rich because he made billions of dollars. Why did he make $2 million in a year and I'm only making 50,000 in a year? You know what I'm saying? Like that just doesn't make sense, because then if you tax the rich even higher, therefore the money is going to somewhere that's damn sure not their employees.
I don't even know if they're next. And this donut's the one in charge of all of this. You're like so many politicians before him, it's just full of shit. He made big promises to get votes from people like this guy, and once he gets into power, he conveniently forgets.
It just goes out the window. This is what politicians do. This is why it is very vital to do your research and understand like
all of them. And when it comes to able-bodied people not working and living off benefits, I say if you're fit to work, you should be made to do something. Community service, cleaning streets, picking up dog shit. Jobs no one else wants to do. You gotta earn your keep. So shout out to Dom for having the balls to go on live TV and do this.
That's a lot of credibility. Anyway, I think he cooked her. You know what I'm saying? He did his thing with her. As a hardworking man myself, I applaud you, young man, or let me say gentleman, because you're obviously not young. I applaud you for that. You know what I'm saying? Great minds think alike. But with that being said, that's going to be the end of this video. We're going to get into some fighting ones, I think, next video too. I want to see some people get knocked out if possible. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about this whole segment. How y'all feel about it? Just let me know. I'm open-minded, very open-minded. If y'all like the video, hit the like, subscribe, and let's get on to the next video. Remember, 500 subs, I'm doing a cash giveaway. Do not forget that. So if you subscribe and share, like, comment, everything, your chances of everything goes up. I'm taking analytics. I'm taking everything. It's over with. So I'll see y'all next video. Love y'all. Peace out.
Finally get some cake and you make it out the way. Been out there looking at Riverview and be ready for that hate.